Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've got the Delta Wood Lathe here up on my cart. So I think I'm going to see if I can get the housing off, as I suspect there's a lot of junk inside there. And I want to do that before I flip the switch on this motor to see if the motor even runs. And I kind of need to do that before I invest any money in it. Right now, this has been a freebie, so I want to make sure that it will actually work before I go looking to buy a set of chisels for it. I've already got some wood set aside for it and a couple of projects lined up, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get the cover off of this thing and see if it actually works. Mouse stuff. That's a lot of stuff. Nuts inside of it. I mean, like acorns. So that's got all the, let me get rid of this. So that's got the mouse house out of there. Now I have to figure out just how this speed works. It looks similar to like a snowmobile clutch. We'll see if it'll still work. All right, it still works by the looks of it. So I have the lathe set to its slowest speed right now, which is 500 RPM. Got nothing in the way here. I'm going to plug it in and give the motor a quick flip. We'll see whether it'll actually come on. Okay, we are off. All right, here we go. It works. I'm going to try adjusting the speed. Wow, everything works. Well, there it is. It's all cleaned up. It cleaned up quite well. Everything seems to work well. Took a little bit of work to get the mouse house out of the headstock, but it's all good. The speed works fine. I've got the base all cleaned up and rust removed. There's a couple of small issues that I'll have to take care of. This live center here in the tailstock is pretty much shot, so I can actually get another one because it's on a standard Morris taper, a number 2 Morris taper. So that's really good. And also I got on the internet And I was able to find this thing on the internet, and I downloaded the manual for it. So that's going to be very helpful as well. So the next job for this now is to go ahead and build the stand for it and get it onto a stand and off of my cart, because it does look very promising. I think all I need now is the chisels, and I can actually start playing with it. So the live center I will order from Amazon, and probably get a drill chuck for the tailstock as well. So very good. Looks great. Very happy with it. So I'm in the process of building the stand for the wood lathe. I've got one set of legs in place here now with a crossover, and these are cut at 10 degrees. I don't want the base to be too wide because you don't want to be tripping over the legs while you're working on the lathe. So I've got it on a board that's just a little bit wider than the body of the lathe. So hopefully that will work out. So I've got the one set of legs on. I'm going to continue now and get the second set set up, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we got the other set of legs on, so now I'm going to set it on the floor and get everything sitting flat and level, and then put on the end brace here. That should hold everything in its locked position. That's sitting real nice. Now I'll just put the bottom shelf in. So what I hope is that this thing is now going to be strong enough that I can drag the lathe around a little bit if I need to. I've made it really rigid. One of the neat things too with this stand, it is rough cut lumber, and every bit of it came off this property. So next is to try to sling this lathe again, which is always a bit tricky, and get it fastened on here. All right, this thing is an odd shape, so it's a real trick to get balanced to pick it up. Let's see what we can do here. We're real close. Well, as long as I don't let go of it, that should be close enough. It's always a bit of a game figuring out what size pilot hole to drill for any given situation. I don't want to split this wood, but I do want to get a really good grip from the legs. So we'll see how the first one works. That's it, we're lagged down. I'm just going to add a couple more screws in from the side at the top of the legs here. So that's pretty good. I feel secure enough now that I can try dragging it across the floor to put it in its position where I'll be running it from. So there we are, guys. It's in its final home here. I've got room to run the miter saw even with this sitting where it is, so it should be fine. Got my new planer. Table saw. I think the next little piece of equipment I need is going to be a scroll saw, just to do little fine detail sawing on little projects. But for now, I think it's good enough. And it is pretty late, and it's raining pretty hard out there, but I think it's miller time. So that's going to be it for today's video. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you out on the trails the next time.